I want to compare these, figure out which number is greater than, less than, or equal, if they're equal to each other. So for A, I have 2 and negative 3. Which number is larger, or are they equal? Okay, why is 2 larger than negative 3? Because 2 is positive, 3 is negative, so 2 is our greater number. What about 9.1 and 10? What do those lines mean? What is that symbol?
10 is the bigger number.
Why? You're not wrong, but I want to know why. Amir, you want to help him out? It's the absolute value for 10. Is that what you were going to say back there too? The absolute value? So what does absolute value tell me? Not the opposite. It's always positive. Thank you. What was your name? Anthony? Okay, so whatever number is inside those two lines, the absolute value, we will always take the positive value, okay? So if that was negative 10, it would still be positive 10 because I'm looking for the absolute value. What about the square root of 39 and 7? How do I compare them? Yes. Why do you think that one's bigger? Oh, it does have a decimal after it. Okay. So from yesterday, we have the square root of 39 came between what two numbers?
36.
The square root of 36 and what is the square root of 49?
7.
That is 7. So which number is larger? 7. We okay so far? Yes. Okay, so the square root of 39 from our table yesterday, I know it's between the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. So that means it's between 6 and 7, which means it's less than 7.
Okay.
It's probably like maybe 6.7 or something like that if I were to guess. Or I could rewrite 7 as the square root of 49, and I compare 39 and 49 to each other. 49 is larger. Okay. Now I have 7.9 and the square root of 55. 7.9, 7.9? I agree, but why? What is it between, Victor? It's between 7 and 8, but it's a little bit closer to 7, right? I agree. And what about 1/17 and 1/16?
1/16.
But 17 is a bigger number. What do you mean it's smaller?
But the bottom number on a fraction, if the number is lower on the bottom of a fraction, the number is bigger.
Right, because this goes back to our Hershey bar activity. I would rather share, I don't want to share my chocolate, but I would rather share it with only 16 people instead of 17, because I'll get a little bit more if there's only 16 of us, right? Does that make sense? Not too bad so far? Okay, I got 5 more. I'm sorry I didn't give you chocolate. I know. Okay, these 5 more. We're going to do these ones together. I'll give you 30 seconds to copy them down. Okay, for F, I have 5/4 and 1.25. How do I know they're equal? Because
if you put 5/4 in a decimal, it would be 1.25.
right, and if you forget what that decimal value is, if I see a denominator of 4, yesterday I said I think of money, I think of quarters. So if I have 5 quarters, how much money do I have? Ooh, that's rough. If I have 5 quarters, how much money do I have? I got $1.25, which is 1.25. I have always done that. Even if the number is like 70, I figure out how much money do I have, and that's how I divide it, okay? Now I have 17/8 and 19/10. Can I compare the denominators like I did on the last fraction like this? No, why not? The numerator is not the same. On the last one it was, but on this one it's not. So I want to see if I can find some fractional equivalence around it. For 17/8, if I want to write 1, what is that? It's what over 8? 1 is 8/8. One of you knows it. Remember we made our number lines yesterday? If I want to write 2, what do I have? Okay. If I want to write 3, what do I have? 24 over 8. Good. Does 17 fall anywhere between those?
It falls between 16 and 24.
Okay, so what does that mean it's pretty close to? 16 over 8, which is 2. So it's 2 let's say 1. We're going to round it. Do I need an exact number? No, but I need to know what it's close to. Now for 19 over 10, we're going to estimate. 1 is 10 over 10. 2 is
20.
And is 19 anywhere in there?
Yes, it is just below 20.
It's just below 20. So we have
1.9.
1.9. Which number is larger?
17 over 8.
17 over 8. Perfect. Okay, did I find any exact values? No, I'm approximating. I know what number it's close to, and I know the relationship to that number, so I didn't actually have to solve for anything. Now I have 16 over 3 and the square root of 24. I have no idea what to do. What should I do? What do you think I might need to do first? Yes, ideas.
You might want to put the 16 over 3 into an actual number, like in decimal form.
Okay, we can maybe see about rounding that one to a decimal, because we know our thirds, right? Hopefully, it's 0.33 and 0.67. Okay, so how many times does 3 go into 16?
5.33.
5.33, how do you know that?
Because you lower it by one number, it's 15 over 3, and then you add the other number, so it would be 5.3.
So you're telling me I have 15 over 3 like that?
No, okay.
Which is
Yeah.
that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we agree with him?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Do you see how on the previous one I did 8 eighths, 16 eighths, 24 eighths? Could I do the same thing for this one?
Yes.
3/3, 6/3, 9/3, 12/3, 15/3, which is 5, right? And then it's a little bit bigger than 5, which is 5 and 1/3 is 5.33. We can estimate, but I know what 1/3 is. Remember, we made that table yesterday with all our fractions on it. Okay, and what about the square root of 24? That is between 16 and 25.
The square root of 25 is 5.
This
so
is
then
5.
24 would be below 5.
So square root of 24 is less than 5. So what number is greater?
16 over 3.
Are we okay so far? You understand the logic for this one? Okay. What about pi minus 4 and negative 1? What is pi minus 4?
It'd be 3 negative. Yeah, negative 1. Just negative 1. Wait. Negative 1.
Okay, I heard a negative 1.14. How do you get that?
3 minus 4 is negative 1. Then you just keep going.
You did 4 minus 3.14? Okay, so let's look at this. I got a question for you. Here's how I do decimals all the time. Let's say I have $3.14. How much more money do I need to get to $4? Do I need $1 or do I need less than $1? I need less than $1. Do you understand that? I need 86 cents or something like that? Okay, so so let's say I did 4 minus 3.14. I get 86 cents, right? What sign does this number have?
A negative.
Why is it negative? Because my larger number has the negative sign. Did you guys do the team method or whatever it was in IM1 when you were learning positive and negative numbers? Versus negative 1, which number is larger than? Negative 0.86. Because remember, we have negative numbers. So the larger the absolute value, the smaller the actual number is. Finally, I have J. 3 times the square root of 50 divided by the square root of 2.
Okay, so what you gotta do?
What do I got to do? Can I have the square root in my denominator like that?
I'm lost on this one.
Multiply it. Right?
I'm going to multiply. Remember, I can't have the square root like that in my denominator, can I?
Yeah.
So what is 50 times 2? Okay, what's the square root of 2 times the square root of 2? That is the square root of 4, which is 2. And what is the square root of 100?
10.
What is 3 times 10? 30. So what does that mean? It's 15, or if I want to just compare them, they're equal, aren't they?
Yep.
Can you show me out of 5 how you feel about this? 5 being this is great, or 1 being I really don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more. You're going to try these next 10. You can do them in your groups. I'm going to give you 5 and then 5, and we'll check our answers. Do these first 5 work in your groups? Okay, -6 and 4. What is our answer? 4 is greater than -6. What about the absolute value of -3 and 1?
Absolute value of -3 is bigger.
It's bigger because the absolute value of -3 is +3. What about the square root of 13 and 3.1?
Square root of 13.
How do I know that?
Because the square root of 13 is in between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16, and it leans more towards the square root of 16, which happens to be 4.
The square root of 13 is a little bit closer to 4 than it is to 3. What about 8 and the square root of 70? Square root of 70, because that's between 8 and 9. And it's bigger than 8. What about 1/8 and 1/9?
1/8, because I'd rather eat my pizza with 8 people than 9.
You'd rather share your pizza with 8 people than with 9 people. Good. Okay. So, we only have 10 minutes. We have just about 10 minutes left. So, this next 5 I'm going to give you, okay, they are you tries. We're not going to have time to do them right now. But if you copy them down, do them, and show me on Monday, you can get your first bonus stamp, okay? And bonus stamps are worth 5 points. Okay, so copy these down real quick. I will give you a bonus stamp if you complete these 5 and show me on Monday. So you got to do these 5 on top of your super hard 10 homework questions. Oh my gosh. Because I know you're going to do them on Monday morning right before school. You should do them today before you get home or on the way home or as soon as you get home. But I know you. I know you. Okay, copy these down. And I will check them for bonus on Monday.